guys, it's Ainsley from Forever Sky's the Limit here on YouTube. So actually this YouTube channel is now called Fairy Tale Vibes. I updated both my YouTube channel and my Instagram to have the username at Fairy Tale Vibes, and as many of you know, that is also the name of my TikTok account. And I really wanted to streamline my branding across all of my platforms. I did keep my old Instagram at Forever Sky's the Limit, which still has my American Girl doll photography up on there if you want to check that out. If I ever do some American Girl doll photography, I will still post it on that account, but for like other types of photography and other doll photography and other just updates relating to my YouTube channel and TikTok, I will be posting on the new Fairy Tale Vibes Instagram. But yeah, I feel like this branding is really overdue. I've had the name Forever Sky's the Limit for a long time, and Fairy Tale Vibes just feels more in line with what I'm doing now. So thank you guys. And today my channel is really coming full circle. If you recognize this doll, I'm pretty sure is the doll that I reviewed and opened when I did my very first face reveal. This is the Beauty and the Beast Mattel Collector Doll from their Fairy Tale series back in the 90s. And today we are unboxing Cinderella from that same line. She is from 1997, so she's about 25 years old. She's been in this box for a very long time, and I'm very excited to get her out so that she can meet her sister. I know some people may be like, why aren't you keeping her in box? She is not that rare of a collector doll. There are plenty of her in box still left. Also, I'm just not really going to enjoy her if she's in box. I'd way rather have her unboxed so I can put her on my shelf next to this beauty who I already unboxed. Also, she was only like $35. Like, she's not super rare or anything. But before I do unbox her, I do want to show you her box art. It is really beautiful. And I will, of course, be saving this box, and she is a collector doll, so if I ever need to resell her, I can put her back in the box. Don't worry, I won't, like, market her as new in box. If I put her back in, I'll specify that if I sell her. But you can, like, kind of see, like, this is really old. Like, there's a rubber band that's supposed to be holding in this glass slipper, and it's, like, already deteriorating because rubber bands deteriorate over time. So I'm gonna try to get her out of the box and try not to damage the box, basically. So I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna try to unbox her, and then I'll get back to you guys. Okay, so Rainbow High could really be taking some notes because this unboxes very easily. But yeah, I'm gonna start undoing all these little twist ties. Again, I'm gonna leave the twist ties in here in case I ever like want to repackage her or something. But I'm going to try to do, like, the least amount of cutting as possible. Of course, if there's any, like, little plastic ties, I will have to cut them. But I'm going to try to be careful. Something very weird, guys. I don't know if you see this twist tie up here. It's, like, going into the top of her head. So I hope I'm not going to mess up her beautiful hairstyle by taking this out. But we'll find out. Because I don't know what prompted me. But I'm, like, smelling the box. And it definitely smells like old plastic. But here's, I guess before I get her out too much, here's what she looks like in box without the glare from the packaging. That's the other reason why I do not like having dolls in box, is because the glare from the packaging is like a whole problem within itself, like in photos and just like even like with your eyes. Sometimes it kind of messes up how you see the doll, and you know, if you're gonna have a doll on display, you want to be able to see them. I just don't like keeping my dolls in box, guys. Also, there are two little twisties, like, or little plastic things right here that I am gonna have to cut because there's no way to, like, get around that. Guys, I think she's coming out. I don't think she has any more attachments. Or she does. Her dress is attached. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys, she's out. And her hair is, like, so soft. And it does have this weird little tie at the end, which I think I'm just gonna take out because that's kind of weird. I don't know why I'm like getting emotional, guys. Like, her hair is, I don't know what type of it, it's not her hair is not nylon. Like, it's soft, but it doesn't feel super high quality, but it feels super soft. I don't know why is the first thing I take her out of the box and I'm like, okay, how does her hair feel? I was just so excited about the long hair. It's very interesting feeling, but I do enjoy it. Okay, anyway, and like her hair feels like what you think princess hair would feel like. why is that the first thing that okay. The reason I'm like, is because of Ever After High. We know that I stan Ever After High, and like I always talk about how like Ever After High is not the same thing as Disney. Like we should always make sure to differentiate Ever After High from Disney. And you know, Mattel made these dolls before they ever had the Disney license. So I don't know, it just gives like a very similar vibe to Ever After High, where it's like not exactly the Disney style. Like there is some inspiration from the Disney style, definitely, but like it just like gives its vibe where it's just like kind of a fairy tale doll separate from the Disney princess doll line. And I honestly just like love it, and I want to display these with my Ever After High dolls because I feel like they could be like the parents to the Ever After High dolls, especially since we never see like Cinderella or Belle, Beauty, or whatever Belle's name would be in Ever After High. In Ever After High, I think it's very interesting. But this is not an Ever After High review. Also, she has like this thing that goes all the way around her body that I have to get out. So let's actually review the doll, because that is the point of the video. I'll just do what I do for my typical reviews, start from top to bottom. The crown is very interesting because it's basically a piece of plastic, and then they kind of put these jewels, and then they put like what is that called, like ribbon, but like edging fabric. I don't know what this is called, but it's like you put on like an edge of a dress or something. I didn't really think how, like nowadays when they make Barbies or any other like princess dolls, they always just use like hard plastic crowns. I think this is a very interesting precursor to that, and like from far away, I really like how it looks, like how it stands up. It's more regal, and it kind of just like blends into her hair from far away. I know her makeup is kind of more like typical 90s Barbie makeup, but it just looks so dreamy. It looks like a pastel dream. Yeah. And I don't know, just something about her eyes, like the way they shine. Very dreamy. The earrings, they're very cute. They're simple. They're kind of, they don't actually have gems in them, but how they are molded makes it look like there's a gem in there. There's no actual gem in there though. It's kind of an optical illusion. Choker, I love when dolls have chokers. There also is a little bit of tape holding the choker in place, which is a good way to keep it in place so it looks nice in box, since I think you were kind of meant to keep these dolls in box to some regard. There is a stand, so maybe not, but if you were to keep this doll in box, it does stay in place. Also, I'm just going to keep the tape there so it stays in place on the shelf. And again, this is before like the princess doll market got super competitive. So like they're really just using like little sequins as gems, and they kind of do this illusion where they have a sequin and they have a little bead on top of it to make it look like a gem. I think that's very creative, and honestly, like it's just like so much detail. It's so pretty. We love the puff sleeves and like the fabric that they use like to actually make them kind of puff up. This ruffling here is so beautiful. The sleeves, to be honest, they're a little thick. Like they make her arm look a little weird. But like with the entire gown, they look really good. They feel really high quality. She has this little ring, which we know my luck with rings, so I will try to not touch that. If you know, you know. This bodice, the fabric is so pretty. I know I don't really have any criticisms, but again, like this doll is 25 years old. There's definitely new techniques. Like this definitely looks old-fashioned to me, but like the quality and the fact that I was able to get this for only $35, and the fact that it's that old, it's like a little piece of history. We love this little braiding here. And again, because they have like so many other techniques now, like some of this stuff is just stuff that they wouldn't do, and like I just appreciate the attention to detail. Her skirt is tacked down with little plastic things to hold this part to hold this overskirt to this skirt. I will not be untacking those just because it'll hold it in place for display purposes. We do have a little bit of fraying here. I might be able to cut that off. Let me cut off the fraying. Hopefully if I cut it off, it'll stop fraying. But yeah, we really love like the braiding detail. And I absolutely love the hair, as I was talking about. Like, it's not like the Rainbow High hair where it's like smooth and it's like you can easily run your fingers through it. Like you can't easily run your fingers through it, but it's so soft. She doesn't have any shoes on. One of her shoes is up here, and then the other one is, she has a brush. It's down here with the brush. I am not going to take the shoes out. I will take the stand out though, so she actually has something to stand on. I'm just going to leave the shoes in the box, and as well as the brush, just because I'm going to keep the box. And I did the same thing for my Beauty and the Beast doll. I just left the shoes in her box because honestly, on display, the dress is so big you cannot see the shoes, and the shoes are so tiny. I don't want them to fall off and get lost. And I'm saving the box anyway, so I know where they are. I'll just keep the shoes in the box. So yeah, that's my train of thought, at least, is just to keep the shoes in the box. And then also, this is really interesting. This stand just says like Barbie Collector on it, right? This stand base says Barbie is Cinderella Collector Edition. And to be honest, it looks a little janky, so maybe that's, I forget which one was made first. I think Beauty was made first. But I don't know if I prefer this or the other thing. And then we have the other part of her stand, which is just a saddle. You got, like, if you guys are modern day doll collectors, like if you're younger than me, you're probably looking at this and you're like, how is this a doll stand? Well, let me demonstrate to you how this works. It does not work that well. But basically, the doll sits on this. So it is not very stable, but it keeps her up when she's on the shelf. And that is how it works. She just like sits on it, like she's sitting on a horse. So that is why it's called a saddle stand. But yeah, it's so weird. I remember when I got my Beauty doll, I was like, what the heck is this thing? But yeah. And then these little things on the sides, I guess, like hold her thighs in place. I don't know. I just think this whole little stand looks... Guys, what I actually mean is that the stand by itself looks weird. When it's like on the doll and the doll's on the shelf, it actually looks really good because the stand is completely under the doll's dress. Like you can't see it at all. Like it just looks like the doll is standing by herself. So like it's a great design to have them stand. It's just not super like sturdy if you want to play with them on it or something. Here she is. That is the review. She is gorgeous. She gives me major Ever After High vibes. Let's get Darling Charming down here for a comparison. Okay, here's Darling Charming. Mine is a little bit customized, so just keep that in mind. But these girls, oh, I feel like this was on purpose. First of all, their color schemes look similar. The major difference is that Darling Charming has silver and Cinderella over here has gold. But like the reason I was like was because look at their makeup. That, like, their makeup is a dead ringer for each other. Obviously Darling has like the little beauty mark, which Cinderella does not have. But then also even like the hair, like the color, not the blue part, but the blonde part. I always kind of complained that this Darling Charming doll didn't look that much like the show. But I feel like she looks a lot like this doll's daughter, which is really weird because in Ever After High, Darling is not supposed to be the daughter of Cinderella. She's supposed to be the daughter of just like King Charming. I don't know who his wife is, but like Ashlyn Ella's mom is Cinderella and that's a separate mom. But like just like the whole color scheme, the whole vibe of these two. Sorry, Darling's hair is annoying me because it's in her face. Even their hair has like feels similar. I think Cinderella's is a little more soft. But yeah, just how similar these two look. I kind of want to display them next to each other. Which kind of makes me sad because I don't really have a doll like an Ever After High doll to display next to Beauty. Like the doll with the most similar color scheme is Apple. Yeah. And this is very different from Apple, and Apple is the doll with the most similar color scheme. So we'll see, but now I do think my display, I feel like I'm going to integrate them with the Ever After High dolls. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do for my display up there. Also, I just realized, this is TMI. Belle has normal underwear, And then Cindy just has this, which is connected to her dress. And I mean, she does have like the kind of like textured underwear beneath that. But that's really weird. I don't know what's going on with their underwear and why they have like 2 different types. But that was the comparison that nobody asked for. But yeah. Anyway, sorry if I like took too many tangents talking about Ever After High. But her knees. But thank you for coming to this doll review. I hope you enjoyed getting to see this 1997 Barbie Collector Cinderella doll. Also, she has waist articulation, even though it seems like she can only, I don't know, she can go both ways. Yeah, so she has waist articulation. So Barbie, bring that back. Anyway, bye guys. Thank you for watching. Remember to go check out my TikTok. I'm gonna have so much content up there. Right now I'm doing a Bill Cipher Owl House theory, and then also just like more Ever After High theories, and then I'll post like more Ever After High content on this channel as well, and more Rainbow High doll reviews on this channel as well. So that's what we have coming up. But bye guys, thank you for watching.